Beforehand, we just want to okay, so we'll start off with where you came from and how this all started.
Well, I came down here from Prince George. I was in Prince George. I was heading definitely down the wrong path. So I decided to check myself into detox. And detox gave me a list of a bunch of treatment centers, and out of those treatment centers, I chose to come down to this one. I heard a few good things about it, so I thought, well, I'll come down here and give it a shot. I came down here, and as soon as I walked in the door, I was welcomed with open arms, loving hugs, handshakes. Everybody here is like a tight-knit family. I couldn't have picked a better place to come to. They teach you a lot about surrender to God, which I never thought I would be able to get into a part of, but it has become a very large part of my life and helping me through the steps of kicking my addiction.
Yeah.
And the addict in me is always going to be there, but they teach you here how to deal with it, how to get over it, and how to use the power of the Lord to help you surrender and get over that and use Him as your guiding hand through life.
Awesome. So how long have you been here?
I've been here 8 days.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I did 2 weeks in detox.
So getting around here, are you happy? Having
24/7.
That's
I've
awesome.
always had a smile on my face. Everybody here is just the best. The staff is awesome. If you ever have a problem, you ever need anything, you go and talk to one of them or monitors. Everybody here is more than willing to back you 100%.
Awesome. So, when you came here, do you feel like you've improved already, or do you feel like it's...
a lot. I've improved a lot. I've got to know myself on a deeper level, and I never used to be able to show emotion or talk in front of anybody or do it. When I first walked through the door, I would never sit here and do this, not a chance.
Oh, you're doing awesome.
But they've taught me that in order to improve yourself and find yourself, you've got to do things you wouldn't normally do. You've got to get over those barriers. And they've taught me a lot about that. And I've changed probably 300% since the day I walked through that door.
That's amazing. So, in this room, he tells us that you guys get, some sort of, lectures and you guys have talks. What would you guys talk about?
Today we had PK, and he talks about the Lord. It was kind of like a Bible study. He goes through it, and he asks you, if there's any problems or anything that you're having today, and then he'll talk to you about it in front of the class, and then he'll pray for you, and he'll go around the room and do that. And we get Thomas, and he comes in and he kind of helps us along the same way, and he tries to kick that out of you and trying to better yourself, for not only yourself, but for the people that you have hurt and harmed in the past.
Yeah. So, do you know about, the 12-step program? Have you, do you guys live by that?
Yeah, we do. And what they do when we get here is, first, they give you letters that you write to yourself that you can reflect on back they give your 90 days. If you're ever feeling that urge to go out and use again or pick up that drink, you look back and look, oh, wow, that was my last 90 days before I came in here. I don't want to do that again. Then your autobiography, which is the first 15 years of your life, which really helps you reflect back on what you were like back when you were a kid before the addiction got you. Your funeral letter, which gets to your heart because you're writing your own funeral. As if you died today, you write down what your funeral would look like, what people would say, who was there, why they were there.
That's so inspiring.
Then you write your goodbye letter, you're kicking your addiction, and you'd use names, made up names for the drug or the alcohol that you're coming off of, and then you write a goodbye letter you're kicking them out of your life.
That's amazing.
Do you have any future goals for yourself, or anything you want to accomplish in the next couple of months or years?
Yeah, it's to get clean and go back, finish my schooling, get my daughter back, make amends to the family members and the friends that I've harmed, which they help you do here. They help you talk. I would never talk to people that I've hurt or whatever. I just kind of brush it away. But now I look at it as, yes, I do need to go and make amends with them because I hurt them more than I hurt myself. And I hurt them to get what I wanted, which is what I need.
Well, it's amazing how much, what 8 days can do here for you, especially, looking back at it. Obviously, any sort of abuse would be hard on anybody in your family, and knowing that you came here is awesome, obviously, for you. And I was just wondering, in this home, have you ever had, harder days, and, were your friends or, people that work here able to support you?
I've had problems every day, and all you gotta do is bring it up to somebody and they'll either talk to you in front of everybody or be like, hey, if you have anything, come talk to us. I'll talk to them for a while. I've talked to Craig for quite a while to get over things. LJ really helps too. Trevor, everybody's willing to help you no matter what your problem is.
Awesome.
And they'll always welcome you with open arms, and they're always there for you. It could be the middle of the night, you could be waking up in a hard time, you can wake them up and they'll sit there and they'll talk to you.
That's awesome.
And they teach everybody that. And if it takes, how do I word this now? Like I'm not here saving my own sobriety. Me staying sober is helping Trevor staying sober, which is helping Jeremy stay sober because we're all in it together. So if one of us starts to go off track and wander away, then there's 8 of us that'll go back and pull them back in.
That's awesome. I think that's really great because like you do need somebody, everybody to support each other.
I've tried to do it on my own, and last maybe week I've been 27 days now, and that's the longest I've been in 12 years.
Congratulations, that's awesome to hear. Okay, well, that's any other questions?
Inside of the house, like, what's your favorite thing to do? Like, what do you like the best about it, other than like?
I like the Proverbs in the morning. Sit down and there's a book that you read for the days, like 1 through 31. And then you say your prayer in the morning, and then you read through your Proverbs, and then at the end everybody talks about what stood out to them, and like the Bible studies and stuff like that. And that there's AA meetings and NA meetings 5 days a week, which is really helpful because if you go to them, you're guaranteed never to use again.
Yeah.
So they've got a lot of good programs. Plus we do a lot of volunteer work, which really helps, which I like doing too because it's giving back to giving back to the community that's helping you. That lets us have these houses here around Port Coquitlam, and then so you get to give back to the community, which really makes you feel good in the end.
What kind of stuff have you guys done?
Oh, they do lots of stuff. Car washes. We doing a bunch of work to the church. We go to the Spanish church and feed the homeless. And I'm pretty sure there's many other things, but those are just things that I've done since I've been here.
What did I say? Okay, so let me just flip one more time. Okay, so you said how in the mornings you do the Proverbs. Is that like, what does your day look like? So you do that every morning?
You do it every morning on the weekdays, and then you'll have your 9:30 to 11 group, which is usually PK or Richard comes in. He's a counselor, anger management person. Then you do your lunch, and then you have your afternoon class, which is Thomas, or some people go and do their standing firm and stuff when they're in it, but it only happens every 10 weeks. Then you have a little bit of free time, and then you have your dinner, and then you do a night class, which is usually the NA meetings or AA, or they do God Rock on the weekends, and you go to church Sunday mornings.
So are these group sessions optional to you guys? Like, are there some mornings where you just don't?
No, you go to them, and it's good that you go to them because it helps you figure out a lot about yourself. I've learned more in the last 8 days about myself than I've learned in the last 25 years of my life.
Wow, that's amazing. So like, would you say that like God and like Christianity has helped you so far?
By far it has, yes.
And you were not Christian before?
No, not even in the slightest.
Wow. So that's
and now I feel God's hand guiding my way through my life. There's a reason I ended up here, and it was to find Him to help me guide through my life.
Amazing. So are you planning on staying here for a while?
I'll be here for probably 6 months at least. My first goal was 3 months, but the amount that I've taken in the last 8 days, and all the stuff that they have to offer, 3 months isn't long enough. 6 months might not even be long enough.
That's amazing. I'm glad that you're willing to stay that long. Okay, well, do you guys have any other questions? Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
It's great meeting you too.
Thank you.